Hey guys, how you doing today? Happy Tuesday to you. Collectively, the energy is so interesting right now, and just carrying you guys in my heart. And I just felt called to get into the cards and spend some time with you for a little bit today. Wrapping up rounds of autumn equinox, personal readings. Let me spray some of this goodness. Hi Jean. Hi Jean. We're going to light her off this candle. I'm going to burn some Palo Santo. Palo Santo always makes me think of honoring my ancestors, but it's also very grounding, very cleansing. That and sandalwood are going to be my go-tos all the time. Because I'm not in the RV right now, I can actually enjoy smudging with a little bit of burning some of my favorites. So it's kind of been nice. And it's a mood, when you feel like fall is on the heels. I love it. So yeah, the energy is very interesting. I was gonna smudge too with this spray that my lovely friend Suzanne made. It's protection for Archangel Michael. Get you some. There you go. Archangel Michael, blue flame sword, cord releasing, energy hygiene, all that good stuff. How you guys doing out there with 6 planets in retro? Listen. Well, so what we've come out of is we're off the heels of the weekend of the autumn equinox. We had on the 25th, going into the 26th, new moon in Libra. We are now in Libra season. You guys know since the end of the summer, coming out of that Lionsgate portal, we've been talking a lot about energetic frequency. We've been talking about, we've been very reflective on our relationships, which is important because in Libra season, there's a lot of balancing, communication, harmonizing, reflecting. Again, new moon in Libra about connecting, communicating, relationships, people, and how we've had evolution in those places. Because coming out of the Lionsgate portal, I think I channeled this message where I was talking about the heart chakra. I've seen, now this is my personal interpretation. Take it if you will. If it's not relative to your story, don't try to make it be, but in my own personal experience with people that I'm close to, clients, friends, my tribe, and the energy frequency that I resonate with, there was a lot of, Saturn's been in retrograde in Aquarius, there's a lot of karmic cycle completion, and I'm seeing a lot of it flesh out around relationships. We went through that Lionsgate portal. I think there was, I was channeling this message about seeing like this vision of like rings of fire and us being taken by the hand, our ancestors leading the way, our archetypes, our guides, our ascended masters, our team, and our divine higher self was leading us through these ringed portals. And I was thinking about that today when I was reflecting on karmic patterns, karmic relationships. This is the nature of relationships, family members, friendships, romantic partners, people, that are consistent relationships in your life on a daily basis. This is also how, when we say karmic, okay, when we come into this embodiment of, this what am I saying? This carnation of lifetime, right? There are certain, if you take it to astrology, you can research and get your chart done, look at your north and south nodes. we are going to learn certain lessons and experience people in different forms of our life, because there's lessons that our soul needs to integrate and learn. That's going to look different for everyone. So karmically, sometimes we will meet people, we will mirror them, we will do all these different energetic things in these karmic relationships because there's lessons to learn and we need to learn them. We need to take the test, we need to study, we need to pass the test so we can evolve in energetic frequency. And no, I'm not saying that evolution only happens in relationships, but it is such a huge manifestation of the work that you do inside and your own shadow work on your own personal evolution and what your spiritual walk, your path looks like for you, how you practice that. You know what I'm saying? Relationships are huge because here's the thing: when you're acting self with self, accountability, spiritual work, time alone, intuition, all these things, all this reflective practice, all this self-discipline, all these patterns we teach our minds, they're amazing. But it's kind of like we're beefing up the tools in our backpack, in our mind, in our spirit, and our emotions when we react in relationships, because we can't control those. We can only control how we respond. So that's why relationships, and evaluating them in our lives, what we choose to put our energy into, what we consume, what we allow to consume energetically off of us. There's been a huge highlight. The card of the year, this is a 222 year. This is a 6 year. That is the Lover's card in the tarot, and it is a card of choices. It's a card of duality. How do you want to show up in this lifetime, and who are you choosing to give your love, give your energy, attention, focus, time? That's how we share love with other people a lot of times. So duality, choices, expansive. So a lot of this has been fleshing out in relationships. So here we have come off the heels of the autumn equinox, a time to balance, evaluate, reaping what you've sown, looking back on what did work and why, what did not work and why, doing more cord cutting, more energetic release and balance. This can be externally between the divine masculine and feminine. This can be internally within yourself. We all carry that divine masculine and feminine energy inside of us, the yin and the yang, that we're seeking to balance. So if you're alone right now and you feel pretty solid about relationships around you, you may be evaluating that balance within yourself. But Libra, balancing energy. Autumn equinox, balancing energy. So here we come back up into Libra season. I was going to say too, guys, we are going to get a break going into October. Pluto's going to come out of retrograde, a few other things. Right now it is heavy. Right now, not only are we reaping a harvest, the flip side, the balance, right, of reaping the harvest is that we evaluate what didn't work. We reinforce our personal boundaries. We check where our energy is going now even more so, because we're getting closer to the descent of the year. We're getting closer to the end of the harvest. We're getting closer to winter, right? Metaphorically, and eventually it'll be literally. So we've got to evaluate. I need quality, not quantity, and I need to be careful where I sow my energy, my time, my attention, my love. What validates me? What am I validating? We're seeking and looking for balance in all of these areas. Now, mind you, what's everybody want to do in celebration season when we're reaping what we've sown? They want to come back, lo and behold, knock on the doors. Oh my gosh, it's a party. You're drinking wine. Oh, wow, look at your harvest. Do you know what I mean? So the natural energy of us getting a massive kind of breakthrough, a release, a transmutation of a lot of energies, a lot of hard work and cord cutting, doing shadow work is a lot of things. I've said this in other videos, and I'm going to come back. Well, it's already really happening now, I think, with so many planets in retrograde. It's the energy of bang, 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 knock on the door. Where did you go? You kicked me out. You cut the cord. You let me go. Again, this could be old jobs, old places, old faces, old relationships. This can be family members. This can be friendships. This can be romantic partners, whatever the case. If you've been doing shadow work, root work, balancing, cord cutting, protecting, Virgo season that we came out of, going into Libra season. Virgo season can be a lot about evaluating the efficiency of how you spend your days, how you spend your focus and attention, where your energy goes, who you validate. Because when you're validating people or you receive validation energy from them, that's an exchange. So that speaks on how you're enforcing your energetic boundaries and all those things too. So then, again, the 25th, this past weekend, we go through the, it's huge because the new moon is in Libra. We're opening up this lunar cycle. We're talking about relationships. We're talking about partnership. We're talking about compromise. We're talking about balance. And there's a nice element of like beauty and how we present ourselves. Things like that. Venus still in Virgo. But we've also got this interesting alignment with what we call the supergalactic center. Okay, so we've got big energy is what I'm saying. And we're talking about agreements that we pour our energy in, whether they are, once again, relationships, business agreements. What are you partnering with? Are you thinking long-term, short-term? Is it codependent? Is it toxic? Is it healthy? Is it evolving? Is it what you're partnering with matching your frequency? Or are you having a drop on down? I love to talk about steps. Are you rolling down steps that you fought so fucking hard to climb up emotionally, mentally, psychologically, okay, spiritually? Are you trying to go back down and partner? Bang, bang, bang on the door. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't. I'm up on step 20. Are you banging on my door from step 12? How many steps are you going to fall down to go meet that energy? That's what is it? We don't go down and pull up. Sometimes, again, in these karmic interactions, that can happen, and it's a beautiful thing. That's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to learn lessons. Maybe you say, well, all right, I got to go on to 20 now. And maybe instead of staying at 14, even if you can't be together, they came up a little bit, maybe to like 16. And maybe you guys are moving more like this instead of like this. And that's a beautiful byproduct of what can happen in those interactions. But I'm saying we're still not letting people pull our cords back down. Okay. So when I'm saying relationships, what are you partnering with? This can be a business contract, a creative venture. This can be a romantic relationship. This can be people that you partner, relationship, commune with in your everyday life, your friend circle, your spirit tribe. I'm hearing intuitively, and maybe this is applicable to someone who are you comparing yourself to people, which is not good. Let's not do that. What else did we have going on with this new moon? We had opposition with Jupiter. The very next day. So this is a tricky one because, Jupiter is the great benevolent, the benefic that wants to bless and expand and help us integrate, gain wisdom and grow. But Jupiter is tricky because it was an opposition. It's kind of like between the sun, between the new moon. It's a little, it's like pulling for... pulling for like relationship, partnership, but also trying to hold down your independence. I don't know. It can kind of feel like a little bit of conflicting positions. So I think, again, this just reinforces the same thing. Evaluate where the middle ground is that you come in on your relationships. This is a huge thing. And I talked about coming out of that Lionsgate portal and moving through those rings of fire. Sometimes we can go through lessons that feel very cyclical in nature. That's karmic as well. But every time I'm seeing the world card, every time we go around the ring, we're collecting something for the next cycle. And it kind of goes in our backpack, it goes in our, why am I hearing? It goes on our resume. These are the energetic, spiritual, emotional, and psychological skills that we're collecting that help us evolve to higher and higher frequency, resonant frequency. Okay, so when we are evaluating, where's the middle ground in the partnerships? Where's the middle ground in what I am making agreements, in what I'm contracting with? Is there balance? You know, again, 20 up here trying to contract with 12, that is not balanced. You know what I mean? That's not balanced. The scaling and a way out. You know, we need to evaluate. And again, I'm telling you, the frequency has really been playing out. And what I have seen, if you are drawn to this video in this space, is in relationships the most. But again, take it as you will. Your story is yours to own. You'll understand what resonates and what doesn't. It could be business contracts. It could be partnerships. It could be creative ventures. It could be any of the sort. But all around you right now, the biggest lessons, the rings of fire you've been walking through, this big old expansive year of 2022 that's been teaching us about duality, inward and outward. You know, it's always as within, so without, vice versa. All of this is leading us up to a point where we've got to get so fucking serious about the relationships, the partnerships, the energy that we entertain in our space. And I'm speaking about it so passionately because it's so important right now. It's so important right now. Give me 2 seconds, you guys. I need some water. Did I get my coffee cup? Do you ever like pick up a glass or, well, hopefully you don't, because we went through Virgo season and we should have it together and we shouldn't have old glasses or gym water bottles, you know, sitting out on the desk. Did you ever get like stale? Water doesn't get stale. I hear someone saying water don't get stale, but listen, it was not fresh. That's what my little Tara loves to say. This isn't fresh. So funny. Yes. What else? So listen, what else do we have going on around this new moon? Because we're only like a day or two out from the energy. And I always feel like the energy ripples out in pockets. It reverberates. You know, we all process and digest messages, energies, frequencies differently. So we're still feeling the new moon. We are absolutely still filling out the autumn equinox. I hope that you are definitely taking notes and journaling. I hope that you're seeing beauty and being grounded in nature. Wind blows on your face and sunshine shines on you at some point. Please do that. That's some good cleansing right there. We can sit and smudge all day, but man, the vitamin D, the sunshine. Anyway, so the new moon also had an opposition to Neptune, and Neptune kind of floated and had an influence all throughout last week, leading us into the autumn equinox and into the new moon, giving us a little bit of foggy brain, a little bit of floaty, a little bit of daydreamy. You know, Neptunian energy can be very spiritual, very occult, very mystical. But on the shadow side, it can be so damn foggy sometimes, and you feel like, oh, I'm trying to get it and I just can't, or maybe I need to take a nap. Maybe I just need to go somewhere and wander a little bit and kind of percolate on some things. Neptune energy can be tricky. It can make you almost want to stick your head in the sand. But so we also had an opposition with Neptune. Very interesting. So in this new moon in Libra, we had an opposition of not only Jupiter, but also Neptune. I think the tricky side of these interesting placements of these planets, especially with Neptune, is that, again, Neptune in a shadow energy can create what we want to avoid. Well, you know, I'm just not. I know it's the second leg of the harvest. I know we're in the last quarter of the year here. I'm just not ready to admit that, like, this partnership isn't giving. You know, maybe I didn't catch that flight and cut those cords and get on up in that energetic frequency quite yet, even though I know what Spirit had told me to do. And I'm tagging along with some of this karmic toxic energy, and I know I'm better than that, but I just, you know. And Neptune, we can kind of, I'm not ready to face the shadow. And I want to tell you lovingly and as respectfully as possible, 2022 this year is not the one to not face stuff. It's not the one. Because I've talked about this metaphor even in the summer, moving into August with Saturn in retrograde. We're in the age of Aquarius. Saturn retrograde in Aquarius, that's the Lord of karma and Father Time, okay? And he has not been playing with karmic cords, karmic contracts, and things that need to go. And then, so Jupiter was doing an amazing, beautiful dance, playing around with this Pisces energy all year, blessing us, expanding us, very magical, very high vibration, real time, very quick manifestation frequencies. Then Jupiter went retrograde, and it's kind of like everyone stop. Freeze. What's the song? Now, cha-cha. Why did I not think of the cha-cha slide now? Freeze. And I'm saying our spirit guides, our ancestors, our higher self, Daddy Saturn said, now we're going to stop and check tickets. And you are frozen where you are. And some people had been doing the work. They had been on the high vibe, the high frequency, working through their shadow, their trauma, their wounds. Damn, we got a lot of study material in 2021. I don't know, maybe you were on a different flight line than I was, but so yeah, then Jupiter went retrograde, and everybody had to stand in line and get their tickets checked. And what's tough about still choosing, and again, I'm telling you about this tricky Neptunian energy is going to reverberate out through the week still, is that we cannot, I love you, hear your ancestors in this, hear your spirit guides and your higher self. Please don't stick your head in the sand. If there is a partnership, if there is a contractual thing going on, be it money, be it time, be it energy, love, who you are in relationship with, partnership, that's contractual, that's an energetic, that's an emotional contractual agreement, right? Evaluate these things that you're in partnership with. Please don't hide from shadow at this time, because we're going to go into the descent of the year. We're going to go into the season of death. And I'm going to tell you right now, skeletons don't like to stay in the closet. Dead bodies like to float. They don't like to stay at the bottom of the lake. And things will come up to be handled. Because, do you know why? Because your higher self in the universe, you are the universe, first of all. I am that I am, and so are you. The universe knows that you're worth better. The universe wants you to know that you're worth better. That's like that kind of teacher you had, you know what I'm saying, middle school, high school, and she said, damn it, I know that you can do this pre-cal, girl, and I'm going to stay and I'm going to study with you. I'm going to give you extra material. So look, hear me out. Your guides, your ancestors, they're out there, ninja fruit, slicing stuff out, and the cords and the energy up in the ethers, and they're working hard to set you up, because they're like, we know that you are worth better. You can do better. If you could see the boon of the vision of the ancestral lineage, of the blessing, the energetic frequencies that you are destined for, we ain't gonna leave you sitting over here with a D. We're not going to leave you in this plane line when you were destined to go to Fiji. We're not sending you to a forest fire, please. So it's going to send you a couple more lessons. But I'm telling you, the unfortunate thing is you don't want to be locking in lessons like that in the death season in the winter, because then you're going to have oppositions of energy that are, it's going to be hard to transmute. It's going to be hard in death season and winter season. That's why we want to be working with the flow of the wheel of the year, working with the planet, studying and understanding, so we can, it's like a bird understanding the wind pockets. You know what I'm saying? The bird's like, I'm not going to fly south today. That'd be stupid. I'd be flying right into the wind. How am I going to flap my wing? You know what I mean? It's the same concept. I guess Spirit must have wanted to talk today. I haven't even pulled any tarot cards, y'all. Child. So, I'm saying, I digress. Just like, yeah, now. Do not stick your head in the sand and hide from the shadow. We still have movements of the Saturn-Uranus square going on, still clashing with the old and the new, the past and the future, the change. Shadow Libra sometimes wants to look really, really pretty up on the surface, right? but they want to kind of, whoop, hey, don't look at, y'all know, I think of that GIF where the dumpster's on fire. Hey, or what is that meme where the little dog's sitting in the kitchen, he's like drinking his cup of coffee, and it's like, everything's fine. Look at my outfit, my hair is great today, I have on eyeliner. Please don't look at the dumpster fire in the background, right? Let's not do shadow Libra. It is not a good time for that. And I tell you that because I have to tell myself things sometimes. And I tell you that because your guides, your ancestors, your higher self, your spirit team wants you to hear that. Discernment, being honest about what we've been avoiding that's in shadow, evaluating contractual agreements, partnerships, relationships, businesses, goals, ventures. Who are you in partner with? Do not sell yourself a lemon. You know what the car is? Do not sell yourself a dud. Don't do that. You deserve better. Okay? If I meant, look, we gonna be here for like an hour if I keep scrolling through this chart. But listen, let me tell you, a high note of Neptune is mystically, spiritually, intuitively, psychic work, dream work. It's crazy good. And when we're doing this balancing and we have something like Neptune in the charts helping us, we have the power of discernment. Do your ritual work. Release and banish, cut cords if you have not done it before now, and get in a bathtub, light a candle, call on your ancestors and guides. I'm telling you, the veils will even be getting more and more thin as we go through. I encourage you, I'm just saying it because Spirit's saying to me, make ancestral altars, call on your ancestors. You have ancestors you've never even seen in this lifetime, aeons ago, hundreds, thousand years ago, that are connected. They're in your DNA. They live in your skin and breathe in your breath. They want to speak to you. Okay? Spirit guides, they want to help us with discernment. They want to, oh my gosh, I can't believe I was waiting to show you that. I just wanted you to ask me because I didn't know if you'd be ready to hear it until you asked me, okay, is what they're saying. Be out in nature. Commune with nature. Call on your spirit guides. Use your intuition. Get readings. Read for yourself. Do channeled writing in a journal. I mean, you guys know I'm always here if you want to ask for suggestions, if you want to book a reading or whatever the case may be. This is how Neptunian energy can help us right now with our discernment, with our intuition. We are all gifted in different ways. Let's reach out to our guides, our higher self. Let's get discernment. Sometimes you just need to ask for, hey, I've discerned the shit out of it, okay? I just need some strength. Can I get some extra ancestral hands around my belly, around my head, support my neck, hold my feet, right? I'm telling you, go ask. What I made a list. Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. I think even Chiron and Aries. Chiron is the wounded healer archetype. Aries is the goddess of chaos and discord. They are all in retrograde as well. Is very, very interesting. And again, I just want to say too, we were talking about the galactic center. Basically, the galactic center is like right smack dab in the middle of our galaxy. Okay? It is a huge energetic pulse point. Like if the universe had a mom, that would be it. Okay. It's interesting that this is happening in Libra, because it's like a pulse point of divine union, because we're talking about partnership and just the soul point of the galaxy, souls. There's big union of soulmate energy going on right now. Very interesting. And maybe that could be the case, is that the divine is saying, you have no idea the soulmate I even have in store for you, but we can't wipe this karmic toxic shit. I'm sorry. I'm just saying it how they're saying it. To open doorways, to let you heal, to prepare you for what it is. You've got to be on frequency point here so we can bring it in for you. But you're corded, you're hanging on to a low vibrational frequency 12. You know what I'm saying? Once again, it's like tying an anvil to a kite. Meanwhile, you're blessing your soulmate, your pulse point, you could have no idea how beautiful it's going to be, is flying up here on 22, but you can't even pop free to soar and put out your beacon. Hey, I'm up here now. These are your guides, your ancestors. Spirit wants to help you. Anyway, man, we're almost at 30 minutes. What cards am I even going to pull? Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is self-made. She is a big, divine feminine, but very powerful, rooted, grounded in an open heart space, but she knows her root chakra. She holds her home down. She's a giver, but she understands how to do for herself. She's very self-built. And this is a big, like, Gaia, nature, the hum, the rhythm, the beat of the earth. The Queen of Pentacles, she takes care of her home. It would be clean. It would be well-fed in sacred spaces. There's probably plants there. She's outside, walking through an orchard or the forest. These are the energies that we need right now to really help us ground with all these planets in retrograde. The Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm just getting big heart chakra in connection with root chakra. Taking care of yourself. I'm seeing like healthy, like what are the foods that you're eating, your body, and how you're caring for your body is standing out to me. Like fruit. I'm seeing a lot of fruit, so I don't know if that's important to someone. If you've been called to eat a lot of fruit. But I love the powerful Queen of Pentacles energy. I'm just hearing intuitively, maybe it's a message for someone, like a mother figure, that you need to evaluate one of those contractual energetic agreements. Is it karmic? Is it toxic? And yes, this can happen with family members, you guys. Come on now. That's just a message for someone out there. I can kind of personally connect and resonate with that as well. But yeah, I love to see the Queen of Pentacles come out for us. The Queen of Pentacles is a very healing card, a strong person who's like grounded in their heart again, but also understanding in their root chakra. That's a powerful kind of healing. That's like earth healing, healing through what you eat, healing through your daily routines, getting grounded through, again, with this Venus in Virgo. This reminds me a lot of Venus in Virgo in the energy of draw your energy back into yourself. What gives you pleasure, as within, so without? What are your daily routine? Pleasure in Venus doesn't always have to be about sex and who we're attracted to. Pleasure can come from feeding yourself well. Pleasure can come from getting plenty of time in nature, cleaning out, getting the energy moving and flowing right in your home, creating open space, donating things, thinking, how am I really spending my days, right? I love that Queen of Pentacles energy for us. Very, very healing, but in a down to earth and like a grounded and like a warm hearted way. But now she's queenly though. Don't get her mistaken. This ain't her first rodeo. Okay, she's seen a lot. She's been through a lot. It took her a lot to build herself up to where she is now. I'm hearing energetic boundaries, protecting yourself. Y'all, I'm sorry, but it's here in my mind. It's like, ain't taking shit from nobody. Okay. Maybe that's putting energetic boundaries up against ourselves. Getting rid of those cords. Okay, what do we got here that was wanting to flip out of my hand? 7 of Wands. It's interesting to see the 7 of Wands because the 7 of Wands can kind of be, well, any card can, right? The 7 of Wands can be interpreted in a lot of different ways. On a shadow side, it can be a very like defensive energy. What's interesting to me? Energetic boundaries is jumping out to me again. And we were just kind of talking about what I was hearing intuitively from that. I ain't taking no shit from nobody. Queen of Pentacles type of, I'm self-made, this is my home. This is my abode. This is my, I built it. I am a healer. I have the power of the earth, from my feet up to my crown. And then I'm hearing, feeling energetically attacked. You guys, please, again, I'm just hearing a repetitive message like on a loop. Evaluate who you're in partnership with. Evaluate who you're in relationship with. Literally down to, if you know you shouldn't, don't even put your eyes on it. Do not even engage in the text. Don't even answer the phone call. Protect your energetic boundaries is a huge message. Queen of Swords, yes, please. We've got Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. Y'all know, y'all have seen it before. This is not, Spirit is saying it to me like this, intuitively like this. You know exactly what you saw. I'm seeing the Queen of Swords slicing out. It's like if the Queen of Pentacles were standing on her front lawn holding her house down, right? The Queen of Swords would be out there just kind of, I was just talking about spraying this spray, Archangel Michael's blue flame sword. I just see her like holding the blue flame sword talking about, I'm not dealing with it. I'm slicing the cords. I'm slicing the phone calls. I'm slicing the text. Don't even come back trying to email me. I'm not dealing with it. I'm holding my peace. I'm grounded. I'm rooted. Queenly energy, very highly protected. The Queen of Swords is a very Aquarian card, but the Queen of Swords is she's very independent. You know, she's wise. She has a lot of wisdom. She has no problem. I'm seeing a throat chakra. She has no problem communicating what she does and does not want, what she will and will not tolerate. That is a clarity of an open throat chakra. She has no problem communicating her needs, her boundaries, her wisdom and confidence. That's going to be hugely important for us right now as we are evaluating relationships, partnerships, contractual agreements. You better speak up for yourself. So much energetic protection needed here right now. All right, guys. One more card. Well, Seven of Pentacles. You know, I love for the Seven of Pentacles to come out because to me, the Seven of Pentacles, first and foremost, is pausing to reflect and have gratitude, have thankfulness for all the hard work that we've done. We planted a lot of seeds. We got a lot of fruit. We did a good fucking job. Okay? We're still standing here. We still have tools in our hands to work, but we're thankful. And we respect that there are seeds that will not produce fruit. And that's okay. Even the things that die in our experience go back into the soil. They make healthy organic matter for new things to grow out of next season. It's not all a loss. But then sometimes we also plant things and we know it's going to take multiple cycles for them to grow. And that's good too. All of the spectrum of that we can be thankful for. Right? The Seven of Pentacles, yeah, it's just, I'm hearing emphasis on the pause. You know, pause, breathe. Just rest and kind of think about your journey for a minute. Practicing patience, practicing faith, whatever that looks like to you, mindfully, respectfully. Yeah, protecting our energy, pausing, reflecting, being thankful, being rooted and grounded, protecting our peace. You know, again, energetic boundaries are hugely important. Open throat chakras, grounded, your heart being connected to that root chakra, okay? Yeah, you guys, that is what I have today. I love you. Thank you for sharing some time with me. Spirit speaking to us here for a little bit, and we'll all practice gratitude. We'll appreciate our energy, respect our space. We'll have boundaries. Let's get out in the sunshine. Let's enjoy nature. Let's eat healthy foods today. Let's hydrate. But yeah, I'm sending you guys, I'm sending you all love. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with me.